It's time to do a goodbye to my BMW E28. I've not had this that long, probably about 6 months tops. Didn't really gel with it. It wasn't my thing. It's a bit too of a classy car for me, and I'm not a classy person. Anyway, I sold it about 3 months ago now, and the guy I'm storing it for, he's coming down to pick it up. So just come along to start it up. So had a quick check over. I had to reconnect the battery. I have the battery on my C-Tech charger down there somewhere. And yeah, so the battery's fully charged. Check the oil. Yeah, full. Clutch fluid is fine. Coolant, might not pick it up on the camera, but coolant is fine. There's coolant in there, see? Just about there. What else? Get the cap back on. Well, this engine's alloy, so my magnet doesn't stick on half the stuff. Right. Okay, let's check power steering. Power steering has some in there. It's a bit on the low side, but it should be fine for what this is doing. Brake fluid, you probably can't see, it's a little bit on the low side, but it's just a bit above minimum, so it's not ideal, but I think it's because the brakes are bedded in. The brakes were changed, and I don't think it probably should have been topped up afterwards. Anyway, right, so I think that's all good. I'll close down the bonnet. Car locked. The ignition, that door lock not working properly at the moment, so we have to do it on the boot. It's got central locking. So let's see how we start. Neutral. Key in. Do 2 primes. Neutral. Right, let's see if it starts. I'm going to give a little smidge of throttle just to help it along a bit, because the cold start valve on this, they do tend to go a bit sticky. Nothing wrong with it, they just get a bit sticky when they've been sat a bit. Did you expect any less? It's a BMW after all. So yeah, the revs are a bit low as the cold start valve is sticking, and then if I give it a bit of a tickle, there we go, it frees it up and then we're all fine. Cool, wow. Let's just close the door and drive it out of here. Without hitting anything, including pier posts. And that rather nice 323i, which is probably worth quite a bit of money now. Not mine, I hasten to add. This is just shared storage in a secret place. Cool. Absolutely no problem. Brakes work. Our steering's fine. Handbrake. Absolutely no problem there. Right, adios car. You've been a good one. Even if I didn't have you long. Just a bit too big for me, and for me, I much prefer driving my Boxster or that sort of small fun car than a sophisticated gentleman's cruiser like this one is. I'm not a very sophisticated person. Anyway, yeah, you can have a good idea of what this looks like inside. It's in pretty good nick, really. I mean, got the usual dash split in, but nothing too awful. Outside, she looks alright too. Usual bolster wear, but again, it's not actually gone through. And a bit of stuff on the arches, but nothing awful. And it's got the cool shark nose. Little ding in there. is an elderly man who had this, so yeah, he the usual elderly man bumps and scrapes. Boot full of broken radiators and everything else, spare set of wheels, full tool set as well. Apparently rare to have these still, but every car I've seen for sale has them, so I don't know how rare they are. Cool. And yeah, that was my BMW E28.